Hello everyone, it's Claire again. It's now eclipse season, so I was going to do a short video. I've looked at the three normal astrologers I go with, so Pam, Gregory, Tanya and Bracker. So Pam is talking about major sun flares at the moment with the Earth upgrading, loads of galactic energy, and we're moving fast in our ascension, going upwards, and it might cause some people to have things like insomnia, aches, and pains and things. I can't sleep always. I often wake up 3 till 4 at the moment. It's that type of thing. So it's all to do with the evolution of the planet. And you've got Saturn Uranus square closing exact in early October, and that clash with the old world versus the new, control versus freedom, and central versus decentralized. And there was something going on like that in about 1929 with the stock market crash. So within 1 degree of the North Node in Taurus, it was very similar. So just shows you like how important these things are at the moment. And there's a kind of layering effect, as you talked about Taurus and Scorpio, which both are linked in financially with a financial axis, and with Pluto and banking and business. And it's not just about that. It's actually about new systems that are being created, so the focus is still changing. And the solar eclipse happens 25th of October, and it's really about bringing permanent changes. And it's in Scorpio, which is intense, emotional, about secrets, disclosure, going deep, and also about the collective and release. So there's quite a lot of themes going on. And Scorpio is linked to toxicity sometimes, environment, drugs, betrayal even, and big banking, hidden investments being dug out, loans, mortgages under the spotlight, currency. And we know there's been a 51-year low between the pound towards the dollar. So huge changes at the moment. We've had all sorts of things going on politically, one change after another, and it's still going on in the UK. And Pluto needs to move kind of nearer Aquarius. And she talked about that, something to do with fundamental permanent changes. And also Uranus, that's rare aspect conjunct with Taurus, so upheaval with big money. And Scorpio really digs deep, and you've got new financial decentralized system developing. So, and Uranus is conjunct with the North Node, which is about collective destiny. So clarity and secrets coming to light and the truth. And you've had like a ping pong effect, ping pong ball effect going back and forwards, sifting to find the truth before it's really found. So there's been fog, kind of an astrological fog going on. But you've got as well with the eclipse, you've got Jupiter as well, and 27th of October, Jupiter retrograde. So you've got things to do with the oil prices happening, and triggering inflation, and Pisces is kind of Jupiter's back in Pisces, so you've got things to do with inflation apparently there. And you've got kind of media asserting power and power control issues as well. And around 30th of October, you've got Mars retrograde, stationary, so its assertion gets bigger. And you've got the 6th of she says actually, sorry, you've got Mars in the USA birth chart, 22nd to 24th of November, right through to 6th to 7th of January. You've got Mars conjunct, and it's very similar to 1776 with the birth of the USA. So she really talked about like a whole rebirth of the USA with its economy, values, constitution, spiritual and financial, and quite a messy kind of collapse feeling going on there. And you've got vision of the new, really, and Mars retrograde till the 12th of January. So it's closer to the Earth, so you'll feel the Mars assertion. So we need to step back from anger really at this period, because Mars is very sort of getting things done really quickly, moving forward. But it's actually also an amazing time for evolution of the human as well. You've got certain territories which are visible during this eclipse, partial eclipse. So geographies that might feel it: Russia, Iran, Pakistan. And there's a kind of shadow going on. And you've got Scandinavia, Italy, Central Africa, Northwest America, Peru, Colombia, Russia, China, Thailand, Washington, D.C. And some of them may be in the news around the 25th of October. You've also got, let's see, you've got magnetic fluid dropping. So she's talking about people being more telepathic. And so live in love, live in light and joy if you can. And that helps raise the frequency because we're all involved in that. And that high frequency vibration light causes lower frequencies to kind of collapse and dissipate. So we need to think beyond the collapses and things. No pain, no gain, I guess. And we are going through that in Britain at the moment with our political turmoil that's happening, as much of the world has seen. And then we're on to Tanya Gabrielle, who looks at often the numerology. And she talked about a 222 code, Venus and number 222 equals 6, which is symbolic of pregnant woman and love, very powerful. And Venus and love connection based on high values. And Venus rules Taurus. So Scorpio and Taurus energy, strong, about purging, about release. And Aries as well is also active. Venus 150 degrees, Jupiter 0 degrees of Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars and Scorpio, and Jupiter expands wisdom, abundance, and it's very close to the Earth. So things kind of wealth, wisdom, expansion, and basically sort of things enlarging. And Pluto was the ruler of Scorpio and rules Scorpio as passionate, investigative, but asking us not to overreact to things. And Mars is retrograde October the 30th through to January the 12th, as she said. And Scorpio, with the sort of, the eclipse around Scorpio, is really about intensity, observing, transforming, truth, intuition being heightened as well. Spiritual aspects, and Mars is instinctual, so Scorpio is good at eliminating the old, she talks about. And Pluto and Mars, that also sort of a strength around magnetic sexual energy, life, death, rebirth, psychic awareness. And it can also link to money and power, but also a triad of money, romance and power going on. So let go, she's suggesting let go of emotional attachments, challenge yourself to be grounded. And Scorpio will help us listen to our bodies, be in silence. Scorpio is a deep water sign, so shift from emotional, aggressive, reactive, and be in a neutral place and observe. And Scorpio dives deep into places to uncover stuff and then forgive. And Jupiter is very linked in at the moment and about learning and spiritual awareness. And then we're on to Braca very quickly, Braca Goldsmith. She's always really practical and speaks in a different way, really. And she talks about balance with the soul, but don't neglect the body. And about Scorpio, the values of desire, food, sensuality, sex, possessiveness, and holding on. So what are we holding on to? What can we release? And the Sun, Moon, Venus in Scorpio, the intensity of secrecy, opportunity to keep mystery to the self, reconsider to pull back and change, transformational change. And Pluto, Mars, challenging aspect, both rulers of Scorpio, cardinal and mutable. So looking life to see compromises. How can we change life a bit? Say, for example, just have one day free of social media a week, for example. Gemini, Mars, where am I too scattered? Where do we need solid practice, for example? Maybe if you do broadcast, do it once, solidly once a week. or once a month, whatever, but do it solidly. And Mars square to Neptune, she talks about restlessness and victim energy. Are we being drained? Is the one person or one situation is time wasting with us? What's dissipating us? So use our strong will of Scorpio, be in a calm space and don't waste our power. So there we are, quick summary. And I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be in touch again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.